I am sick of these trends and I am purging them from my life. And I can only hope that you will too. Hey there, hi, welcome to the channel. I am Garrett, and in this video, I am talking all about trends that I hope we as a society can ditch in 2022. You all know that I am all about timeless design and embracing your personal style, and maybe these trends are that, and you should totally embrace and keep them, but there's always a way to elevate something, and we are gonna dive into it because I'm just sick of these, and I wanna see them fixed, I wanna see them changed, and I wanna see them elevated. We've got a lot to get through, so let's get into the video. The first trend that I'm so sick of, and not because there's anything wrong with it really, but because it's so overplayed, is the vessel with branches. I feel like every single day I see a reel or a short of somebody clipping a branch aesthetically and placing a glass of water into a vessel and putting no, I'm just tired of it. I'm so tired of seeing the vessel full of branches. The reality is, if you have a large space, if the scale of a space is very big, like you have double height ceilings or 14 or 12-foot ceilings, this works for you because you need that scale, you need that height. But if you have normal height ceilings, it probably isn't actually giving you the benefit you think you're getting out of it. It's just something you probably saw on social media and thought was cool. If you are into the vessel of branches and you have those lower ceilings, try placing them up against a wall. That way you get that scale that's almost architectural as opposed to something that's just decorative. The branches are cool, but I just want to know what's happening with the trees that these branches are coming from. Less branches means less oxygen, more carbon dioxide, more greenhouse gases. I think I may have just solved global warming. If you love the vessel of branches, totally have it, definitely go for it, but I think it just needs to be toned down a little bit because I'm seeing every single solitary person on social media with a vessel full of branches. The next trend that I hope we can ditch in 2022 is the trendy tree. I love plants, you love plants, plants are great, we all love plants, but we have been seeing this trend for quite a few years of these trees that are trendy and people will go and get them and put them in their space and it's like, you don't have a fiddle leaf fig? Ugh, I could never. Or, oh, the olive tree. Everyone needs olive trees, olive branches. Don't even get me started. What's with the trendy trees? We can leave them in the past and move forward, embracing something we actually enjoy. If you like a fiddle leaf fig, have a fiddle leaf fig. If you're a plant lover, have plants all over the place. Do you. But don't just jump on a plant because it's trendy. Those are the type of things I can't take care of plants personally. It's just not something I have time for unless Albert starts sprouting leaves. But I'm not gonna get a plant because that plant's gonna die every couple of months and I'm gonna rebuy it and get a new plant, and it's just gonna be a cycle of me going through plants that I don't really need to because I just don't have the time to take care of plants. Just be mindful that sometimes these plants become trendy, these trees, these big plants, and they're not inexpensive to be recycling through and buying them all of the time. If you're a plant lover, have your plants, but don't just jump on one because it's a trend. The next interior design trend that I'm hoping we can move past or at least embrace in a different way that's a little bit more sustainable is marble. Now, I love marble and you all do too. For the most part, some of you don't like the trendier or more heavily veined marble, and that's totally understandable. I like marble. I like it. But we jump on these specific variations and then they get so overplayed, like the Viola marble. We love it, it's beautiful, but it was it got popular on social media and everybody jumped on it. And then it kind of got to the point where it's oh, it's too much, it's too loud, we're moving on from that. And now we're gonna dip into other types of marble or green marbles or pink marbles, whatever. Don't just get this specific type of marble if it does not speak to you. If you don't like the veined marble, don't get the veined marble. It's really not that big of a deal if you have granite or if you have quartz countertops or whatever. Marble is great if you like it, but don't just think you have to have it. If you do have one of these bolder marbles and you're maybe a little over it or you're saying, what can I do about it to just elevate it, make it different, change it up, bring in the inverse of that marble. So if you have a white marble with a maroon veining, bring in a more maroon toned marble. Something like that will create a juxtaposition or even mix that marble in with something that's like a travertine or a white, something crisp, something different, just to break that up a little bit, add some natural texture in. Because marble is beautiful, but it's a trend and you want to be mindful about those trends. Invest in something that suits you, your style, and your space. The next interior design trend that I'm hoping we can leave behind and move on from in 2022 is the dupe. Now, nothing is wrong with a dupe. Let's just be clear about that. If you see something you love and you're like, that's out of my budget, out of my price point, or I don't think it's worth the money, go for the dupe. Do it, totally. I love that for you. If that's not something you initially wanted, don't just get it because it's a dupe of something else. There's no reason for it. You can get the original, you can get the dupe, that's fine. But be mindful that you actually want something, not that you are just getting it because it's the trendiest or the latest dupe or the newest thing that someone found at some store, somewhere online, whatever. You don't need a dupe if you didn't want the original. And if you didn't want the original and you like the dupe, get the dupe, that's fine. If you don't actually want that, you don't need to have it, whether it's a dupe or not. The next interior design trend that I'm ready to put behind me, move past, not that I ever did it, but I see it all the time and I'm just over it, is all black hardware. I just am not into the all black hardware. I like it when it's mixed with another type of hardware. And I've recommended this to you a number of times to mix hardwares because one will always elevate the other. One will always be in while one is out and they'll uplift each other and create a timeless design. But doing all black hardware, it was kind of cool initially and it was like a little bit of the farmhousey vibes or modern farmhouse. Like it was interesting, it was nice, but we're getting to the point where people are taking perfectly good hardware that actually looks good and spray painting it black and putting it on and then now it's dated. Like it's an entire thing that we can just move past. And sometimes this black hardware is really cool. I see this a lot where people will have gold hardware in their shower and black hardware on their glass enclosure for that shower. That's something interesting. It's divided up, it's broken up a little bit, and it's creating some visual interest. If you mix metals together, that black can look so much more timeless and so much more elegant, so much more elevated because it stands out. It's something different and unique. While we're on the topic of trends and we're talking about trends that I'm tired of or sick of or whatever that is, take a moment to filter through some of my other videos about trends and how to incorporate them, some dated trends that will work in your space and are worth saving. Because not every trend is a bad one, especially if it reflects your personal style, which is what we talk about all of the time on this channel. So if you're not already, take a moment to hit the subscribe button and turn the bell notification on to get notified every time I upload. On this channel, we talk about real interior design for real people and real spaces, and join the family and let me know in the comment section down below after you've subscribed so I can welcome you personally to the channel. And be sure to check out some of those other trend-related videos in the description box down below. The next interior design trend that I'm over and I'm hoping we can leave is black grout. I've never liked black grout, and I've said this 1,000,001 times. It looks like a public restroom. It looks like a gas station floor to me. I don't like the white tile with the black grout. For me, it's just a little bit much. It's too high contrast. It's not giving me subtle. It's not giving me elegant. It's giving me trendy. And I think that's why I really don't like it, because it really is just a trend. And maybe it's nice. Hey, you don't have to see dirty grout if the grout is black because it doesn't show dirt. That's great, but then we're all kind of wondering if it's clean or not. Maybe that's not the point, or you're not concerned with what we think, and I love that for you. But the black grout, it just does not say timeless to me. I would much rather see charcoal or gray colored grout. And if you have black grout and you're looking to elevate it or you're tired of it, you can get grout pens that you can kind of paint all over it with. You might need a few of those pens, but you can totally elevate that or change it without having to take all of the tile down, without having to scrape all of the grout out, which is a total nightmare. Don't even try it. But there's a lot of ways you can elevate this and make it look cool. Taking out some of those really, really harsh contrasting elements like a white tile with black grout will really, really elevate the space and make it look a little bit softer, a little bit more timeless, and a little bit more sophisticated. The next interior design trend that, I'm gonna be honest, I hated and I'm ready to see go is the idea of these paintings in the kitchen. There'll be, you know, like a painting of a woman sitting there with a bonnet, or it'll be a painting of fruit or something like that. That's not something that really goes in a kitchen. That's just accessories, that's just decor, that's just some stylist on some photo shoot putting it in place so that they don't have to look at nothing. That's what that is. It's not something useful or functional, especially in a space like a kitchen that needs to be. It just doesn't make any sense being there. I think it's cool. I've seen it styled on Instagram pages and everything, but that's something to be mindful of. That is it styled there just to get likes on that photo, or is it there because that person actually keeps it there? There's also a lot of these paintings that have come out in launches and with big collaborations with department stores. Go for a smaller artist if you're gonna do this. Support a small business. Find someone that's actually done something really unique, or maybe do a custom commission for these pieces. That way you're not getting something that's just like a screen print on a piece of foam that's in a frame made of plastic. Like, you don't need to do all of that. Like, you can get something that's genuine, authentic, unique, original. You know, I always believe in accessories and decor and the things that are surrounding us in our homes having meaning and being sentimental, having value of some sort. This is a prime item to do that with if you are going to do it. However, like I said, I recommend you don't, because it doesn't belong in a kitchen. The next trend that maybe I'm not necessarily sick of, but you need to think hard about if you are going to take advantage of or incorporate into your space, is the no upper cabinetry in your kitchen. A lot of times we're seeing these with floating shelves, or there'll be shelves with brackets, and they're beautiful, they're pretty, but they must be a dusting nightmare. Maybe I'm just a person who has things and needs storage space. I'm not capable of having just open shelving or no open cabinetry in my kitchen. I have to have the cabinets to store all of my cooking, my baking supplies, all of that needs spaces to go, and it's not always pretty, so I don't really want to have it out on display. Plus, these open shelves, they're going to require more dusting because dust can land on them. If that is something for you, just keep in mind the maintenance aspect of it and the fact that you are going to lose storage. But if you're a minimalist and you don't have a lot of things, maybe this works for you. Maybe it's something interesting to you or something that appeals to you. If that is the case, invest in it and do it, because I think it is beautiful. I do think it looks good, but definitely think harshly about whether or not you're prepared to have another surface that needs dusting. Plus, it seems to me like your plates would sit there and get dusty, and I'm not really here for washing a plate the moment before I eat. So maybe that's just me, but keep that in mind. The next trend that I want you to think about, I want you to keep in mind as you go forward, as you decorate your space in your home, is actually the vignette. So this is something we see a lot of on social media, and it's easy to take a pretty photo of a few pieces of decor and accessories. I do it all the time on my Instagram, which you should definitely check out and follow at Garrett LeChic. But this is something we see on social media a lot. And the reality of the styled vignette is it looks really good in a photo. It usually doesn't look very good as a whole in your space. A lot of times these spaces you see online, you see photographed, be it in a magazine or on your favorite influencer's page, you would not recognize them if you walked in, because you are seeing one very small part of a whole space. Keep in mind that that photo, that styling, that vignette was styled for that photo. That is not actually how it looks in real life. That's not actually how it's styled, because it doesn't make sense to have a 1 foot square of space styled this way in an entire room. Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't look good. It looks great in that photo, but in real life, that's not how things are actually styled. So keep in mind when you see styling online that just because it looks good in that photo does not mean it's going to look the same in your space. That's something that home stagers and stylists and prop stylists do because it looks good in that photo. It's gonna look good in that magazine. It's gonna get them hired on another job. It may not look great in your home. The best spaces, oftentimes, don't always photograph the best. Sometimes they're just real spaces that look really good in person and are extremely livable. Keep it in mind and set realistic expectations in the styling of your space. The next trend that I just am not getting, and I think that a lot of people don't have the experience with, which is why it's a trend, is unlacquered brass. I'm a busy person, and most of you are too. We have lives, we have things, we have families to take care of, we have jobs and businesses, all of it. I don't have time to polish brass. I barely have time to polish my silver. Not happening. I'm not polishing faucets or handles or knobs on any and every single thing. Unlacquered brass is very pretty. It looks beautiful. But what is the maintenance like? What are you doing in your house that you're maintaining it? And the thing about unlacquered brass is that it can take a few years to really get that tarnish. So we're seeing it very popular about 2 years ago. That unlacquered brass is just starting to get to the point where maybe the shine is a little bit dull. Maybe it's starting to lose a little bit of that polish, but in 2 or 3 years time, it's gonna be brown. It's gonna be staining on people's beautiful marble and doors and all of this. I'm not here for it, and I'm not the one. I'm not cleaning up after it. I'm not polishing your brass. I don't have it because I'm not polishing it. I would much rather have lacquered brass or polished brass or some other finish in my home that I do not have to stress and maintain and take care of and polish all of the time. It's enough work taking care of everything else in my house. Hey, even keeping up with the dust is enough in a house. I'm not polishing brass. I'm not the one. I don't think you're the one. Maybe you are. Maybe you went for the brass and you already have it. What are you gonna do about it? Hopefully you're gonna polish it. I don't know what to say in terms of that because it is a maintenance item and it is something you're going to have to keep up with. I think it's beautiful and you definitely made a good investment in what you have, but it is something that is a maintenance item, and keep that in mind going forward. Maybe the polished brass isn't your 100% favorite finish and you're like, Garrett, I don't want something that's so shiny. I want something that has a little bit of a luster, but not that. Look and see if your favorite company offers a finish like that that doesn't have to be maintained. I would much rather have something that's just slightly away from exactly what I want than have something that I'm gonna spend the rest of my life having to maintain and take care of that isn't really giving me anything other than a job. Unlacquered brass is beautiful, and I think it's great if you have it and if you're prepared to take care of it. Well, there you have it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. I wanna hear from you. What is a trend? What are some trends that you are sick of seeing? Share them with me because you know I love to engage and interact with you in the comment section. And while you're at it, be sure to give this video a like. I also know that you know someone that is thinking about one of these trends and you're trying to talk to them about it and nobody else is saying this stuff and you're like, honey, we need to set those realistic expectations. Send this video to them because friends help friends, and I will see you in the next one.